Welcome to Field Tech Training Part 2. In this video, we're going to be doing a software overview using our FT Manager software. We're going to have a lot to learn, so let's get started. Okay, so let's jump into this video and talk about working with our Field Tech Manager software. In the last video, we downloaded and installed our software, and we went through a very brief overview of the software. In this video, we're going to be taking a much more in-depth look at going through the software and the navigation, learning how to work with the software and communicating with our controller, doing the read and write process, learning how to save our files, learning how to navigate the software to find different features and functions, such as looking at our boost control or looking at our idle control. We're going to have all kinds of things to cover, so let's jump into this video so we can take a more in-depth look at what's going on in our FT Manager software. All right, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at our FT Manager software in this video. So we're going to be doing some software navigation and checking out different features and functions of the software and understand where to find things and how to work with the software. It's going to be important in our tuning process. So we'll move up here to our FT Manager icon. We'll double click it. It takes about 10 seconds for the software to open and load up. We'll be patient while it loads. Now, once it does, we're going to be greeted with a window that's going to give us some options that we need to choose in order to start with our software here. So we're going to see FT Manager. We're going to see Open Map from ECU. It's going to allow us to download the map that's installed into our Field Tech controller. Right now, I'm not interested in doing that. We're going to find that the map in here is just a default map that loaded in the controller. So we also see Open Map from PC. This would allow us to open up a map and work in an offline mode, or if we want to load a new file to our controller, we can do it from right here. Again, we're not going to do anything. We don't have any files yet. We're going to see here new maps can allow us to go in and create a new base map essentially from scratch. We're going to cover this in a separate video, so for right now we'll skip it. And then we find last here, it'll open up our default example file from Field Tech. I'll click this option right here under example so we can start to go through this tutorial. Now we do have our FT data logger software. We could open our log file, open log file from PC. We're going to find we have these two options, but we're only be covering our FT Manager software in this video. So let's go here to our example, click on it. We'll allow it to open up our file here. And we can find once the file is loaded, we'll see that our field table here, for example, is going to be populated with some values. Our three-dimensional table here is also going to have some values populated. So we're ready to start working with our software. So what we're going to do is take a look here at our upper tabs. We're going to find we have a Home tab, Map, Security, View, Tools, Internet, Remote Tuning. We're going to go through each of these tabs in each of the icon list here so we understand what the different features and functions of our software are going to be so we know how to use them properly in our tuning process. So the very first thing, moving up to the upper left-hand corner, we see FT Data Logger. Our FT Data Logger is going to be our separate logger program. We're going to open up our data log files. This is going to be a central part of our tuning. Right now, we're not going to cover FT Data Logger, so we'll skip this right now, but we will be coming right back into this in some future videos. Now we also find here we have our Open File feature. Click Open. It's going to allow us to go into our C drive Field Tech directory, and then we can find we have a tunes folder that I created. We'll find here we have a sensor folder and a samples folder.